Hello friends, Koolio here, and welcome back to the channel. Today guys, we're jumping in and trying out Defense War Destiny Child. Now this game has officially soft launched in Australia and Singapore as of this morning, and it's currently only available for Android devices. So if you're on iOS, you can't download it just yet, but the developers did say they're getting ready to launch iOS really soon. Now this is an interesting game, okay? Because Destiny Child is one of the most popular waifu gacha games out there. People love it. Like, it's very generous. There's a lot of really great art, a lot of really great characters, and it's almost like the developers were like, hey, we have all these assets. Why don't we go ahead and just use it and make a spin-off game and see if we can't make money from that? And so they decided to make this sort of random tower defense game. Now I think there is another game kind of like this. It's like a random dice type game. I'm not sure, I've never played it before, but essentially the purpose of this game is you versus another player, and it's you trying to survive longer than the other player is. Now this has definitely got a feeling of more casual PvP friendliness behind it, because you're not so much competing against the strategy of your enemy, but it's more about what kind of strategy are you building for your team. And I'm not gonna lie, when I first kind of jumped to do it and started playing this game, I wasn't a big fan. I was kind of like, this is weird. Like, this is such a random game mode for Destiny Child to take their property in. Then I started playing the game and started understanding how the strategy behind the game works, and I'm starting to like it. There's definitely some interesting strategies behind it, because like each of the childs down here have their own specialized abilities that they can use. Let's see, I can fuse them together. Now this is something that's kind of weird. When you fuse childs together, two 1-stars become a 2-star, two 2-stars become a 3-star, and so forth. The basic idea is to try to power up all of your childs and get past certain points in the stage. So we actually have a boss battle coming up in about 8 seconds, and I'm going to go ahead and power up a couple of my characters. I wasn't able to get to the point where I was able to fuse a couple that I wanted to, but it's interesting because these kind of boss battles that show up like this, it's sort of a way to test how strong your team is, how good your strategy is. And they do a lot of damage if they get past you. And so my strategy right now with the team that I've got is massive mana building. I have a character that every time I fuse them together, it gives me bonus mana. And then I've got high attack speed characters, and then I've got a character that slows down enemies. And then just to add a little bit of extra power on top of that, I've got a child that does poison damage over time. So if this guy isn't able to take down his boss, the boss is going to deal 2 points of damage to their leader. So there you go, 2 points of damage, and we are now on to round 2, with the next boss being the Chaos Mage. So we need to start fusing some of these together. We'll fuse these ones, those together, those together. Now one thing I'm not the biggest fan of is when you fuse childs together, they'll give you a random child, a random 2-star child, which is kind of weird because like it takes away from the strategy that you're able to do yourself, and be able to like build your characters and stuff. But because of the randomness behind it, you do have to kind of adjust yourself to how it's going to work. So do we have any we can fuse? Let's fuse these ones together, fuse those, and we won. We were actually doing really good. We had a really good kind of setup right there. So we just beat that guy down and we won. And now I'm going to talk to you about my least favorite thing about this game. I am not a big fan of the whole chest system. You can see right here where it takes time to unlock chests, and as you unlock them you get pieces that you can then use to upgrade your childs. I don't like that. I'm not a big fan of it. I get it's a kind of a tried and true mobile practice for people to spend money and stuff. It became really popular with Clash Royale. It's just I'm not a big fan of it. A lot of these kind of strategy games do this. I don't know. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below. What do you think about it? So, but I can go and show you a couple of the different childs that are in the game. You can see their specialized abilities. So fusing additionally summons a random child with the same number of stars. So if you fuse two 2-stars together, make a 3-star, there it will summon a 3-star character. So that's pretty cool. To show you some of the characters I have on my team. So I've got Eshu, Swift as the Wind. Eshu can perform rapid attacks, becomes even faster with every additional star. So you kind of cross your finger and hope that you get 2, 3, 4 stars of her. And then this character, Lisa, her ability to slow enemies with frost attacks will certainly come in handy. Yes, it does. It helps with bosses and stuff like that. This is a character that has been invaluable for my team. This is Thisbe. Fusing Thisbe grants a large amount of mana. The amount scales with her stars. So, yeah. And I'm glad that they have the 2D animated art of the characters here because, you know, it's a huge part of Destiny Child is the beautiful art of the characters. I just don't know if a lot of people are going to like the gameplay. And I'm interested to see if you guys actually enjoy it. But I've been getting into the strategy. I understand the strategy. And I like that it feels very casual and not like, oh, very like quick, fast reacting like a lot of other kind of strategy games like this. I don't know. I mean, some people may like it. I've been enjoying it so far. I'm not in love with it. But I don't know. It's a weird game. Perfect. Let's go ahead and fuse these guys together. Use his ability. Get 2 more characters on the field. Keep going. Hopefully we get another one of her, which is exactly what we wanted. Use his ability again. Dang, that's actually a really, really good setup. We already have a couple of 2 stars. So here we go. So I do like the fact that I'm not trying to defeat my opponent, like using strategies against him, because sometimes I get like super anxious about that and I like can't really think or concentrate. So this way though, I can focus on my strategy, and if my strategy is better than their strategy, I will win. So we've got a lot of the hooded characters, and Eshu, that's the character's name, Eshu. Once we get to about 20 seconds on round 1, I'm gonna look at to see how many childs that we have on the field and which one I have the most of, and then I'm gonna use my gems to upgrade that specific character. And so far, it looks like it's gonna be Eshu. Okay, and we can start maybe fusing a couple of these ones together. Let's go ahead and upgrade Eshu. About 10 seconds till the boss shows up. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna have enough mana to upgrade Eshu at least one more time. Yep, so there we go. So +2 stat increases, and so let's see if the kind of randomized strategy that I'm going for wins. Now, I hate this boss because the thing is this boss will freeze your units, and you can unfreeze them if you can combine 2 of them together, and it'll unfreeze it. So do be careful, because one time I powered up my entire team, was fusing them together and stuff, and because I didn't have enough like 3 stars to fuse together, my entire team was completely frozen, and I ended up losing. So, and I like that about the bosses, how certain bosses have different strategies behind them, and you have to build towards those strategies or change your overall layout of your team. So because I can now fuse these together, I'll go ahead and get rid of the frozen mark. Go ahead and summon another one, and then this person is probably not going to survive this, so we'll take this time to go ahead and fuse a couple of these together. See if we can't get lucky. Wow, we got crazy lucky with these ones. We'll fuse these ones together. Ooh. Not a big fan of a 3-star version of her, because like I said, she's not very good with like damage. She's there to give you mana, but we can upgrade at least this character. And hope it'll be enough. I'm gonna save my mana and I'm gonna do an upgrade on her again. This character's this person's done for. Look at this. I don't think that look at how well my team's doing. He gets hit once, he's dead. And oh, that was so close. Okay, well, there we go. So we ended up winning. So Defense War Destiny Child. Interesting game. Not exactly what I thought was going to come from the Destiny Child, IP and stuff. But let me know your guys' thoughts on the game. Are you guys going to try it? Do you think it looks good? Do you is it a thumbs down? Yeah, it's weird. So guys, thanks so much for watching. My name's Koolio, and I'll see you next time.